And welcome to TyeDye Android. And today's conversation is going to be pretty much, let me see here, if I can do this, I'll transition this over. We get some music here. I like hearing some music while I talk. And the reason why I'm bringing this up, this was an oops. A couple weeks ago, I was live streaming on the wrong channel. And I figured, since there's some geeksters out here that don't actually understand what I'm doing, and I also think that there's a few music fans out here that don't know actually what I'm fully doing. I'm just not using my, how I say it, I'm not using my phone as a recording device. It's just doing the camera work. And what I'm doing basically is taking the microphones that I am using for my audio and recording. And what I do is take that audio, that quality of audio, and I'm sending it to the phone without using the built-in mic. So we're getting better quality audio from my YouTube videos now in the last year, just because of that concept. It took me about a year to kind of figure it out, but I just want you to kind of see how it is. This is how it's sounding in a bar atmosphere, and you can see how narrow the bar is. For example, so you know, if you were sitting here listening to this and you were probably using your built-in mic on your phone and doing the same thing that I was just doing here, you would hear that door slamming going to the bathroom where that one person is. You didn't hear that on my mics. And you can hear some crowd chatter. That would be one heck of a difference using the built-in mic. You see what I mean? Men are opening and closing the bathroom door with a built-in mic on your phone and recording this, you would be picking that up. I think somebody at one point actually threw a beer bottle in the garbage can. Well, you know, that's a pretty loud crash. Obviously, I'm going to pick that up as well. We're picking up some crowd noise. You know, I can't totally eliminate the crowd noise, what I'm doing, but look how much I'm actually decreasing. That's the key. So this is what I've been doing for Taper John, my alternative personality. I've been specializing on that, and about 2 years ago I tried doing this, and it worked, you know, but then I started getting more anal like I did with my audio quality, and it's like, I gotta get this to the phone. And I asked a few people out there because I didn't want to go through the analog jack. And I found out how I could do a USB. But I'm going through a USB interface. My new recorder does have a Type-C USB out. I have not tried that yet because that's actually my power supply for the recorder. So once I get an alternative power supply, I might switch over to see if it would actually work. And that would be another experiment. And that's probably going to happen sometime during the summer, spring maybe. I don't think I'll be doing that over the winter. But now that I brought that up unintentionally, but I was going to bring it up later, but I'll bring it up now. Future projects that I am doing over the winter. I tried this a couple of times, you know, sharing a couple bootlegs. I think one was from Mole Lake, Wisconsin in the 1980s. And one was from Doc Watson. And I did a couple more a few months back. These are the recent ones that I did. And I also did another one for Chicken Wire Empire. Once again, this is Tuck Pence. And this was an oops live stream. Like I said, I live streamed this. It was supposed to be on Taper John, but it was on, my phone was set up for TyeDye Android. So it was a mistake. Not a problem. I transferred it over to Taper John. No big deal. But I also kept it here. This is like a reference. And somebody who just wants to peck around, listen to some good music, here you go. Like I said, this is Tuck Pence from Verona, Wisconsin. Or he's not from Verona, but this is where this was played, in Verona. He's doing a solo, acoustic, one-man act in a smaller bar. And a lot of people actually came in just to hear him play. They had a table reserved for me and the followers. That was pretty cool. You know, I got there and they looked at me and go, "Are you John?" And I'm going, "Yeah." And they're going, "That table's for you." So I thought that was pretty cool. That wasn't kind of, I heard a comment about that happening, but I wasn't, wasn't all looking forward to that. I just figured, well, something will happen. We'll see how it goes. Good thing is, if it does, if it don't, oh well, I'm not going to get mad or upset. But it came out. It was pretty cool. They had a table just for me. So I'll probably have to go back there and do this again. And live stream it on the right channel, of course. So why don't you guys enjoy a little bit of the music, and I'll go back to talking. And yes, I do have to talk about my winter projects, but I'll let you guys listen to a song, relax, judge the quality of the music.
I could be a rambler from the 7 dies. I don't pay taxes because I'm never fired. I don't do business that don't make me smile. I love my aeroplane. I'm a treetop flyer. I fly any cargo you can pay wrong. The bushly pilots, they just can't get the job done. Got to fly down into the canyons, you'll never see the sun. Ain't no such thing as easy run for a treetop flyer. I fly low, I'm in high demand. I go 15 feet over the Rio Grande. I blow the mesquite right up off of the sand. I'm seldom seen, especially when I land. I'm a treetop flyer. Born survivor. People been asking me where'd you learn to fly that way. It was over in Vietnam, chasing in V8. Government talking, talking right. Stay down under the tree line, son. You might be alright. 'Cause I'm a treetop flyer. I'm coming home, I'm flying low and fast. I like a treetop fly. Well, there's things I am and there's things I'm not. I am a smuggler and I'm
So that's kind of like how the audio sounds.
ain't gonna die.
It's much cleaner,
Going to get caught
less what I call crowd noise.
in my aeroplane.
I'm using shotgun microphones on this, and they're pointed directly at the speakers, as you can see right up there, straight up, right on each side of Tuck's head. So they're pointed right at that, and that's all I'm getting is that quality, and just a little bit from the sides. But like you said, the speakers are drowning out the slamming of the door, so that's why we're getting that. Otherwise, if I just had my phone, we'd be picking that up. And that clapping that you're hearing, you would have to turn your volume down. And that's the difference of the quality. So anyways, this brings me back to the point of my video. And this is a good example of what I've been doing for like the last, now it's been about a year. So I've been doing it this way now for about a year. And so for here I'm using my shotgun microphones. They're Sennheisers ME6s. Going into a Sound Devices Mix Pre 6. And then going into a Behringer UAC 202 USB interface. Going into on this one was a Note 5. And then I also be using the V20 on this. LG V20. But winter projects. I'm gonna be doing not mostly like this for YouTube. I'll be sharing another YouTube video and talking about it, but I'll actually be playing some music from some bands. That's gonna be going over live streaming. I might use some of that for background music while I'm talking about Android devices, but I'm also going to be doing that at Taper John as well. And I found a nice good venue where I can get a good live stream and good Wi-Fi bandwidth, and they're willing to work with me on that, so I might come in and just do some work and plan on some future live streams. And I'll just bring some music along for Taper John, and we'll do a live stream there. And then one night I plan on doing either playing some music like this in the background or my standard background music, and just talking geek for a while as well. And if it goes okay and I get some good followers, we could do some questions and answers. But I'll just talk geek for a while, and we'll build up that collection. Hopefully I'll get some good followers real quick. And on Taper John, I know it's going to go quite well. I have that gut feeling. But this I'm going to phase in slowly. And like I mentioned in the past, about phasing in slowly, I'm also phasing some technical stuff like I'm doing right now with the recording. I'm also phasing that in here from Taper John as well. So expect some changes over here on this side. Just say this is going to be the Geekster channel. So expect that in the near future. I'm going to let you finish out this song, and then I'm going to head her out, and I'm going to work on another project as well. Okay, I'm going to leave on this note here while he's tuning his guitar. And we'll catch you guys later. And like I say, stay tuned to Taper John. If you haven't subscribed over there, subscribe. And vice versa, subscribe over here if you haven't as well. So there's more to come. Stay tuned for these future projects, and we'll see how these play out over the winter. More to come.